Man, I hate this Bay Area weather. It's never warm.
Hottest team in the land coming through.
So happy to have you here for a midweek edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This should be an intriguing contest. With our analysts Brent Barry and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at the Pelicans, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Checking out the Lakers, they are steamrolling everyone as expected. Tons of talent, nice team chemistry. This is the team to beat this year.
And now the Los Angeles starters. We've got Mikal Bridges, Bobby Portis out there with Williams. Then it's Connect, and it's Boomer in at the 1. And for Golden State, we've got Henderson. Williams is out there with Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski, and it's Grimes in at the small forward position. With a new season underway, what are some areas that are challenging for players to get used to again, Grant?
You know, B.A., I think being on the road again in general, making sure you continue to eat right, get the proper rest, getting into a routine as quickly as possible. That's what's the most challenging at first.
So the Lakers win the tip. Here's Boomer, defended by Henderson. Boomer. The Warriors pull it in. And this matchup with Los Angeles, their first meeting of the season.
Last year, this team got the better of them in the season series, so they're looking to correct that.
Podziemski drains the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Podziemski. His last outing, he had 18 points. Grimes' shot is off. First quarter of play, a minute in. Bridges passes to Boomer. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
That's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Here's Boomer. Pass to Connect. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
But that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Henderson. No good there. Some solid defense from Williams. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And it's good for 2. Boomer's got his second basket of the game.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
It's Podziemski on the wing. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Grimes to stop the run. And again, no good by Golden State.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Brandon Podziemski.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
Portis against Kuminga, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Bobby Portis. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Here's Boomer. 27 points his last game. It's good. Boomer's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 7. A minute 50 left in the first. Here's Boomer. He's got 6. And again, it's the Lakers.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Outside Podziemski. Fires from deep. The Lakers with a rebound. They're really clicking as a unit. Tonight, looking for their 11th straight win.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders, the way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the score by Los Angeles. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Grimes. And again, no good by Golden State.
A bit shocking that he has not registered 1 made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Here's Boomer. Portis outside. Portis with a screen on Henderson for 3. Bridges. Kuminga pulls it in. Warriors trail by 11. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Williams with the screen. Henderson for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Big day for their backcourt. Their guards have really set the tone for the rest of this team. Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws here tonight. And he knocks down the first one. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Henderson. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24 and a half a game. From outside the arc. That shot off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers earning this break in the action, up 10. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be right back with you shortly. And if you're just Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got, Bobby Portis out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Connect, then it's Williams, and it's Boomer in at the point guard position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Three minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Williams. Outside Kuminga to the paint. Here's Podziemski. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Portis, the pass to Boomer. Lets it go from deep. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Pass to Williams.
Hey, yo, right here.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Williams with the screen. Here's Podziemski. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Connect. Give him 8. Pass to Bridges. 4-3. And Los Angeles another 3.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And the Warriors shooting only 31% in the second quarter of this one. Kuminga, the pass to Henderson. There's 48 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And yep, it's good.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's Podziemski following the score by Los Angeles. Ooh, Williams with the block. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Doncic is checked in for the Lakers. We've got 22 seconds left in the second period. They need this. Henderson misses.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Back to Doncic. With 2 seconds left. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Los Angeles Lakers.
They've been in fuego from downtown, finding space and letting it go, showing no signs of letting up, guys.
As a three-point shooter yourself, Chet, this has to bring you back.
Oh, my gosh, those were the good old days.
And now let's see who the winners of the Player of the Week were. In the Western Conference, Boomer.
Oh, he does a lot for this team. Controls the pace, keeps everyone involved, and then he can score.
He has a great mix of point guard qualities. Makes this offense almost impossible to stop. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Williams is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Scoot Henderson. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Grimes in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors 5. He drops it from range.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He dropped 27 points and was on fire from outside. The D had no answer for him. His relentless approach has just worn teams out lately. He is winning the battle of wills. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Wow. Oh, man. Oh! I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. The Warriors shooting poorly, just 30% so far. Here's Podziemski. Sinks that one from the post. Podziemski's got 7.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Here's Boomer going inside. Uses the glass on the layup.
They have no answer defensively inside.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Kuminga. Williams with the screen. Here's Henderson. And that one is hammered home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Well, Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, B.A., being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So if he gets confidence in that outside shot, people start pressing up on him, you're going to see that quick first step and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
All right, let's have a look and see who is leading the league in field goal percentages. The 4th spot held by Robert Williams.
He's been fantastic scoring the ball, shooting it at a high clip.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Pass to Kuminga. Now here's Henderson. Now here's Kuminga. Here's Grimes. Outside for Henderson. Let's go with a 3. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
A little mid-range shot is up. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Williams. Outside Podziemski. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Connect. 11 points in the game. Here's Boomer. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Henderson left side. Williams passes to Henderson. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Now here's Bridges. He has 7. Pass to Portis. Clock at 6. Boomer can't get it to go.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Grimes, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Henderson against Bridges. Henderson misses. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. It's Bridges on the wing. Williams defending. And the basket by Bridges.
Just so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
Outside Podziemski. The 3 on target from range. Podziemski's got 10 points in the game.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Boomer. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
And here's Henderson. 14 points for him. Here's the 3. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Los Angeles already up 26 points as this quarter ends. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Teams making some changes here, and Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Now the Warriors with it. They're on a 17-4 run, and the Lakers looking at who they've got. Mikal Bridges is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Williams, then it's Connect, and it's Boomer in at the 1. Podziemski's shot is good.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Pass to Portis. Here's Boomer. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Boomer's got 31.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Henderson misses. The Lakers lead by 18. Out to Portis. Pass to Boomer. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall. Boomer's got 16 in the second half.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
The shot by Podziemski, no good. The Lakers have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And what a huge performance it was for Boomer.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Outside Pajemski.
Don't let him shoot that.
Williams with it. Will it go? The rebound by Turner.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Here's Wilson. Back to Doncic. Pass to Boomer. Up and in on the layup. Boomer's got 39.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Henderson for 3. Rebounded by Marshall. Doncic outside. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
Way to bring the effort tonight. Solid effort tonight on both ends. These cheeseheads are something else. Let's quiet them down. Objects in motion, stay in motion.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at the Lakers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know.
And I think for the Lakers, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
And now the Lakers starting group. Portis is out there with Williams. Then it's Boomer. Then it's Bridges. And it's Connect in a shooting guard. And for Milwaukee, Whitehead out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Smith. And it's Branham in at the 2. RJ, for the few teams already suffering big-time injuries, how do they keep up their spirits? How do they keep going?
I feel like the term next man up is overused, but what it comes down to is you need to have faith in the guys you have available.
Here is Boomer. Up and in on the layup.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
From deep, Giannis, and he's good on the 3-ball.
You like to see Giannis hitting those, but you'll live with that if you're the defense.
Here is Boomer. Can't hit from in close. Here's Branham, guarded by Boone. To the middle, here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound the Lakers. The question for them right now, can they maintain this winning streak? They've notched 11 in a row.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Williams kicks to Bridges. Portis sets the pick for Bridges. And the layup's good off the glass.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Giannis outside. Pass to York. Six on the shot clock. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Now connect. Bridges outside. Pulls up. It's hauled in by Giannis.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes. Oh, wow! That is powerful.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Warriors was terrific. He picked up 39 points, and he was efficient out there. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. Couldn't possibly top that tonight, could he? We'll all find out together. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Josh Giddey's checked in for the Bucks. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to York. Giddey kicks to Giannis. And the Bucks miss again. Lakers leading by 4. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Portis against Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Here's Boone. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Smith. Here's Branham from outside the arc. No good that time. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Bridges finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
The mid-range isn't a total no-go for Bridges. He can get that dialed in.
Now here's Giddey. Nothing on the board. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Boomer the pass to Bridges. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. From the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Bridges has got 7 points in the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Antetokounmpo against Portis. Milwaukee making a switch here. Monk's checked in, and Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Turner's checked in for Williams. Martin comes in for Bobby Portis. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Bridges. And Doncic is subbed in for Connect. Now here's Giannis. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. York, good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Doncic outside. Martin with a screen on Monk. And here's Doncic from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And welcome back to the second. We will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Josh Giddey.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
They've got Jalen Smith. Whitehead out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's York in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Portis. And the call will go against Boomer. That's his first foul. Malik Monk, he's checked in for the Bucks. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Offensive rebound. Here's Giannis. Great D that time from Portis.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Boomer gets the bucket.
Love the way Bridges moves that ball around. Always comes out of his hands crisp, on time, and on target.
Bucks trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Monk's shot's good.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And so it's the Lakers with it, following the three-pointer by Malik Monk. And it's Connect in the corner. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Smith sets the pick for Giannis. Down low, inside, Giannis drops it in.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Here's Boone, drives to the hoop.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Monk. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Here is Boomer. We saw him with 39 points last game out. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Smith outside. Pass to Monk. Back to Smith. Williams with the steal. Pass break. The Lakers. In the corner, it's Bridges. Here is Boomer. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Boomer's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles. Giannis kicks to Monk. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll return shortly.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful. You take a look at the Lakers. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things, and I got to say they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say they are making it look easy. Here in this early part of the season, at least. Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Bucks.
I'll say this. Yeah, you want to protect the paint, but when you're getting killed from long range, you have to make the adjustment defensively. They're not going to win like this.
Seems highly unlikely, indeed. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Bucks trail by 14. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Connect. Bobby Portis out there with Williams. And it's Boomer. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Boone. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Now, here is Smith. He has yet to score. Portis against Giannis. 6 to shoot. Floats it up for... Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Here's Boone. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Boomer's got 5 points now this quarter.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Branham, the pass to Smith. To the wing on the left. Here's Branham. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Fires from deep. And rebounded by Connect. Connect's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Boone. Rebound by Smith. Bucks trail by 17. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you. So it's the Bucks now, following the 3 by the Lakers. Lets a floater go. York can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Bridges shot. Good.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Branham. Pass to York. Can they get it? Sinks the three-pointer. York's got 7 points in the game.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Portis kicks to Boone. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Whitehead. No scoring in this one. Pass to Giannis. Here's Branham. The shot. Gets an open look and hits.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
He misses the free throw. Josh Giddey's checked in for Whitehead. And then for Los Angeles, Turner's checked in for Williams. Marshall comes in for Portis. And Doncic is subbed in for Connect. Here's York. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Boom. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. 23 points for Boomer.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Pass to Branham. Inside. And he dunks it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And the Bucks with some changes. Smith checked in for Smith. And it's Malik Monk in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the Lakers also making a switch. Wilson's checked in. Now here's Wilson. Over in the corner, Turner. Back to Wilson. To the right side. Shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Boomer's got 25 points in the game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Giddey with it. He's got 10. And it's Luka with the rebound. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Here's Marshall. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Lakers lead by 20.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And as we head into the 4th, Los Angeles with some changes. Wilson, he's checked in for Marshall. And it's Boomer in for Connect. Pass to Whitehead. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
We've got Whitehead. Smith is out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's York in at the point. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Over to the left wing. Back to Antetokounmpo. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes. Space in the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
On the wing, Giannis. Pass to Branham. The three ball. Knocks down the three ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Wilson kicks to Boone. Here's Kolek. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Boomer.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Shoots from the high post. Good as the jump shot falls. And that's now 30 points for Boomer.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Turner inside, covered by Smith. Doncic outside. Pass to Kolek. Lets it go. Whitehead with the rebound. Here's York. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. Way to bring home that W. Long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work.
MP, you got that look in your eye tonight. You better watch out.
Coming right up, the Lakers taking on the Warriors. For Los Angeles, a mixed bag for this team to start the season, but one run can catapult them where they want to be. Will that change happen tonight? We'll find out shortly. Warriors, Lakers, only on 2K Sports. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they love where they stand right now, first place. And checking out the Warriors, currently a ways below.
I think for Los Angeles, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Brandon Podziemski out there with Henderson. Then there's Robert Williams. Then it's Kuminga. And it's Spencer in at the 3. And for the Lakers, we've got Mikal Bridges. Williams is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Connect. And it's Boomer in at the point. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, B.A., proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
And it's the Warriors to start out. Pass to Spencer. Back to Henderson. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's Boomer. Here's Connect. Defended by Podziemski. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Portis the screen. And Bridges good for 3.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Pass to Spencer. Back to Henderson. Williams with the screen. Henderson misses. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Henderson. Last game, 26 points for him.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Boomer. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Brandon Podziemski. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Henderson. Drops in the layup for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Boomer. A production powerhouse for this team, putting up 36.5 a game. And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
I asked which end of the floor Robert Williams was scarier on, and Coach said, I'm definitely afraid of him as a defender. I told my guys to be very careful when going up against him, stick with it, try to draw the fouls off him as much as you can. So the plan is to turn Williams' aggressive defense against him if possible, B.A.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Henderson. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. Williams with the screen. Ooh, Williams with the block. Pass to Boomer. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Bridges outside. And here's Connect outside. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Henderson, the pass to Williams. Now Pajemski. Henderson with it. Fires from the line. Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Henderson's got 7 points in the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Boomer, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Pass to Spencer. And here is Kuminga. Henderson for 3. Henderson with another miss.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Boy, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Here's Spencer. Still no points. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the...
Team's deciding to change it up.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
Here's Boomer, defended by Henderson. Boomer can't get it to go.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And it's Henderson with the ball for the Warriors. 4-point game. They defeated Utah in their last game.
It really was the strength of their D helping them to force a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, because you well know means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
On the floor for the Warriors. They've got Williams, Jeremy Sohan out there with Scoot Henderson, and it's Grimes in a shooting guard. Oh, nice shot by Boomer.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Warriors trail by 3. Here's Henderson, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
The Lakers making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski comes in for Grimes. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He finished with 30 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. He was on his game, and you can see why they're feeling very good about their chances this season. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's Spencer. Boomer pulls it in.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
A minute 53 left in the second quarter. Another shot. And again, it's the Lakers.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
Henderson, the pass to Williams. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Here's Boomer. And his fifth basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And Los Angeles making a change here. Doncic checked in. And Golden State also making a switch. Grimes is checked in. Pass to Williams. Outside Podziemski. Here's Spencer. He's guarded by Bridges. Here's Podziemski. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
There's a screen. Here's Kuminga. Oh, great D that time from Portis. The Lakers lead by 7. Here's Boomer. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Grimes. Seconds left in the second period. Out to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Kuminga's shot is off.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
And the first half now in the books. The Lakers on top. They're up by 11. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for Golden State.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
This upcoming slate is a gut check for them. Good teams level up against good opponents. Bad teams crumble.
Either way, Shaq, I think this is a chance for them to improve, which often happens when you're exposed.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. They've got Connect. Bobby Portis out there with Williams. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Boomer in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And he banks in the layup. Boomer's got 17 points.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pajemski's shot is good.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
To the inside. Here's Williams. Out to Bridges. Lets the three fly. Buries it from 3. 10 points for him.
Yeah, the quickness from Bridges there, looking like a guard.
Warriors trail by 13. Pass to Pajemski. To the right side. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Kuminga's shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Boomer. Banked it in off the glass. Boomer's got 4 points this quarter.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Now here's Pajemski. The 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
6 to shoot, and here's Connect outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Here's Henderson, outside Kuminga. Pass to Spencer, three-pointer. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Williams has got rebound number 8 now.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Here's Connect. Back to Bridges. Portis outside. No good on the triple. And here's Kuminga. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. And here's Henderson. Back to Pajemski. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. No good with a layup. Here's Boomer. 19 points in the game. Pass to Connect. Williams on the wing. Over Williams. And again, the Lakers, no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Now here's Pajemski. Oh, Kuminga! Top for days.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignite.
Oh, nice shot by Boomer.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And a check on the league leaders now with the top shooting teams over the previous 10. The Lakers, #1. The 4th spot held by the Warriors.
Both teams shooting with great confidence as of late. These guys don't waste opportunities.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
It's Bridges on the wing. There's a screen by Turner. And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Pass to Sohan. Here's Grimes. And there's the screen. And the three-pointer goes. Grimes has got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Here's Boomer. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
One this half, two for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Here's Podziemski. The rebound by Bridges.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Boomer. And another three for the Lakers.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers ahead, up by 16. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
We got to get the first domino to fall, and then it's boom, boom, boom. The extra pass. We're not running plays to get a shot. We're running plays to get the domino.
Coach Kerr preaching team chemistry.
You're up. Did you see that?
The Lakers lead by 15. And so in the game for the Warriors, they've got Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski out there with Henderson. Then there's Robert Williams, and it's Spencer in at the three. Three-pointer, Bridges. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Outside Podziemski. Henderson scanning the floor. Here's Spencer. Back to Henderson. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 9 rebounds now. Here's Boomer into the lane, and the layup falls. Boomer's got 14 points now in the second half.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Right side, Podziemski. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot.
Pass to connect. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Portis outside. And here's Bridges. Takes a three. Williams grabs the board. Podziemski with it. Pass to Henderson. Knocked loose. Here's Boomer, defended by Henderson. Boomer can't get it to go.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Lakers.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're going to battle hard.
And, you know, against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Boomer.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. One side has dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
And down it goes. 2 points. Boomer's got 31 points.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Such a high IQ player. Holiday can just see things out there other guys miss.
Here's Boomer. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's Ellis. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Great win tonight, MP. MP about to put on a show in the desert. Show them how you shine.
Oh, here comes trouble.
Let's keep this winning streak going.
MP.
Definitely exciting times, right? Developing our player evaluations on a
What's up, MP?
About game time. Bring the pain time.
Maybe.
Looking good, MP. Feeling you, MP.
Good evening, everyone. The NBA season is still young, but there's a buzz in the air for this game of the NBA Cup. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
Well, I think for Los Angeles, they've started the way we expected. Aggressive, relentless, just imposing their will upon lesser teams.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Bobby Portis out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Connect, and it's Boomer, and it's Williams at the center position. And for Phoenix, Devin Booker out there with Russell. Then it's Barrett, then it's Fleming, and it's Longley in at the 5, roaming the paint. And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
Will MP has made it a point to become the best player in his conference, and he's let everyone know about it too. He wants in that game badly.
You love the gamesmanship. MP putting it out there. I mean, we've all heard the big statements in the past, and MP going after this is only natural, but it is hard to back up. And so far, he's done it. The question for the future, how nasty will it get as he continues to face teams and players who want nothing more than to shut MP down?
For some news on MP, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thanks, Kev. As you know, all eyes are on the star matchup at point guard. When I asked MP about it, he told me it's going to be a battle, and I know everyone's hyping it up. But this game is about much more than the individual matchups. He knows it's going to take a group effort to pull out this win. Guys?
David, just like you and this crew, it takes a group effort. And he is all about the team. Thanks, D.A. And here is Portis, after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Now, Connect. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And here's Russell. Here's Booker. And rebounded by Connect. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here is Boomer. There aren't many players who can score at the volume he has and make it look as easy as he does every game. He averages more than 36 points a game. And here's Russell after the three-pointer from Boone. Pass to Fleming. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Boomer. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Back to Portis. For 3, Bridges buries it from three-point range.
Well, good position, feet set. Bridges totally ready to get the shot off and catch and shoot situations. Nicely done.
Outside, Russell. Out left to the wing. Here's Fleming. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Portis. Bridges passes to Boone. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 7. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for the Suns. And the Lakers also making a change. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Connect. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Barrett the pass to Longley. Now Nembhard. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 5 on the clock. And a deep three from Russell. They can't stop the run with that one. Lakers leading by 10. Pass to Boomer. Three-pointer. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And now that's 11 points for Boomer.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Warriors was outstanding. He scored 33 points and he was dialed in, made most of his shots. All told, a supremely dominant performance from him. One I'm sure he expects to repeat again soon. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Now, Nembhard, after the missed three from Boone. Pass to Fleming. It's Barrett on the wing. Front past the arc. And that one is off. Floats one. Second shot opportunity. And it's Williams laying it in.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going into the break with a 10-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc.
Good substitution here for Phoenix. Longley's checked in for Jones. Fleming comes in for Dunn. It's checked in for Johnson. And it's Russell in for Andrew Nembhard. Lakers leading by 6. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
The Suns have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Booker with it. Bridges covering. Here's Fleming. Phoenix no good that time either.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And it's Connect in the corner. Williams has a screen for Connect. Over in the corner, Williams. There's the triple. And there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target from Boone.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Longley passes to Barrett. Russell kicks to Barrett. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Boomer gets the bucket.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Pass to Russell. Now here's Booker. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Boomer, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now, here's Barrett. He had 25 points last game. The drive by Booker. Williams with the block.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Screen by Longley. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
The young guys are playing well, but it's a long season. There's something called the rookie wall.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which players hit that wall and which ones knock it over. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly the way they drew it up.
Yeah, this one might already be over.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
So for the Lakers right now, Williams is out there with Portis, and it's Boomer. Then it's Connect, and it's Bridges in at the three slot. Boomer gets the bucket. 23 points for Boomer.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Suns trail by 15. Booker the bounce pass. It's Barrett on the wing. There's the screen. Pulls it up. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Portis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Andrew Nembhard.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Pass to Barrett. To Booker. This one for 3. Rebound the Lakers.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Bridges outside. Williams has a screen for Bridges. Had the space there, but it's offline.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Longley banked in off the glass. Longley's got 4 this quarter.
R.J. Barrett with excellent vision. And it's not just the vision, it's the ability to put it on time and on target. Nicely done.
Pass to Connect. Fires for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Connect's got 5 now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now Barrett. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. Russell passes to Fleming. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Lakers leading by 16. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
The Suns have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. There's 1:54 left to play in the third. Williams with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Boone. Plays it up and banks it in. Boomer's got 27.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue.
Timeout.
He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Some changes for Phoenix. Jones checked in for Fleming. Dunn comes in for Barrett. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Booker. The Lakers also changing it up. Turner's checked in for Williams. Marshall comes in for Portis. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Connect. Back to Russell. Down low. Here's Longley. And it's sent back by Turner.
I'll tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Here's Nembhard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And Marshall kicks to Boone. Takes the three. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. Boomer's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Three, Marshall. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Pass to Nembhard. Outside, Russell. Dunn sets a screen for Russell. And here is Dunn. Shot clock at 5. Fires the three. And D'Angelo Russell good for 3. Russell's got 8.
In catch-and-shoot situations, you've got to be balanced and in control. Mr. Russell, well done.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Here with a different look. Longley's checked in for Jones. Fleming comes in for Dunn. It's checked in for Johnson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Andrew Nembhard. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Russell dishes to Booker. And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
They've got Barrett. Booker out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Fleming, and it's Longley in at the center filling out the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And the first one drops. And he makes the first but misses the second. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night, you leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7, and this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
There at the pass to Russell. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And nothing is falling for him right now. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Boone. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Shots good by Booker.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Lakers.
With the drive. Yep, that one goes in there. Boomer's got 38 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Booker. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 16 points for Devin Booker.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Boomer.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
The Lakers making a switch here. Turner's checked in for Williams. Martin comes in for Portis. Marshall, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Doncic is subbed in for Connect.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Here's Boone. The 19-footer is on the money. Boomer's got 44.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Outside, Barrett. Booker looking around. Over Boone. Basket good.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This team is still perfect in the NBA Cup, 4-0. They are group winners.
And now as we enter the knockout stage, they're one of my favorites in the Cup. They've played that well.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
You earned that one.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk. Get ready to rumble, young blood.
MP, you're my favorite player, man. You always deliver.
Hello, and here we go. It's Thursday night in the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You take a look at the Lakers, and they've got the top spot in the conference, a testament to their hard work all year long. And, of course, there's the Suns, behind 9.5 games. All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. They've got Devin Booker. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Barrett in at the 3. And for the Lakers, Williams is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Connect. And it's Boomer in at point guard. And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant, how aware are the players of where they are in the season?
You know, B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that.
Here we go.
And it's the Suns to start out. Well, MP has told us that being an all-star is important to the way he wants to lead his team. And he's made it a goal to show everyone that he deserves that spot.
And so far, he's backing up his talk. You'd be hard-pressed to find a player at his position who's meant more to his team than MP. If he keeps playing at this level, I can't imagine he won't be in the starting 5 on All-Star Weekend.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall, pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
Russell to pass to Booker. There's a screen from the high post, and he hits the jumper.
Whether it's off the dribble or on the catch, it don't matter. Booker is one of the most proficient mid-range shooters.
Bridges outside. Here's Connect. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. And there it is for him.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Russell. 8 points in his last time out. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick, and he let me in on their strategy for Devin Booker. He said no easy shots for Booker tonight. We only want him taking off-balance, tough looks. At least that's our hope. Sounds like they'll be throwing everything they can at Booker defensively, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Barrett. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Russell deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great look, but off the mark. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Connect. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Fleming. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. For 3, Booker. And the Suns miss again. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Well, Richard, he's the Iron Man of the NBA right now. Mikal Bridges takes pride in being available on a nightly basis.
We've all heard it before. The best ability is availability. And Bridges does whatever it takes to not miss games. More teams need to take this mindset.
And that one's good. Fleming.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Boomer can't get it to go.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Russell to pass to Booker. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And seeing this team right now is a problem. They've got 14 consecutive victories.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
Hits the trifecta.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
1:24 left to play in the first. Outside Russell. Now Barrett. No points yet. Booker for 3. And it's Connect with a rebound.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Here's Boomer. Three-pointer, no good.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Booker, the pass to Longley. It's Barrett on the wing. Outside for Booker. Pass to Russell. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. Fleming. Off target from three-point range. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Connect. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Connect's got 7.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Booker looking around. And he makes it on the layup. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Los Angeles. They're up by 4. Both teams changing it up here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Count it. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And Booker has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. 4-point game. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And a lot of that begins with effort. Putting in the work and closing out possession should make this a much more contested game.
They've got Connect. Bobby Portis out there with Williams. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Boomer in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in their last game against the Suns played some superb basketball. He ended up with 44 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. A legendary performance that will be talked about for years to come, unless he's able to do it again tonight. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to...
Oh, my goodness! How about that?
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Suns trail by 5. Pass to Fleming. Back to Booker. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Lakers. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Bridges is checked in, and the Suns also making a change. Nembhard, he's checked in for Devin Booker. Pass to Fleming. Bridges against Barrett. There's the 3. Fires in the triple. Barrett's got 6.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Here's Boomer, guarded by Russell. Here's Boomer. And the layup is good off the glass.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Back to Russell. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Here's Boomer. Knocks down the long J. He's got 13.
Getting comfortable in the second quarter. His efficiency is finally on the rise.
Barrett against Portis. Here's Fleming. 5 points in the game. And here's Russell. Goes up with the stripe. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Lakers on top. They lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful. You know, for the Suns, they didn't get the email I sent. Season has started, fellas. They look surprised they're getting whoopings. High hopes does not win games. They got to wake up, get it together. Good news, still time.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Los Angeles Lakers.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space. It's much harder to score in the half court.
Helps when you have the athletes they do as well. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Richard, if the three-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high percentage looks.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Fleming in at the power forward position. Suns trail by 7. Booker, the pass to Longley. Here's Russell. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Boomer. Takes it inside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Here's Booker. He's got 11. Fires for 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Has to connect. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Portis with it. Over to the wing. The 3 ball. And Connect gets it to go on the assist by Portis. And now it's a 12-point Laker lead.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Barrett. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. The Lakers lead by 12. Pass to Boomer. From the arc. Hits the three-pointer. Boomer's got 20.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at Portland, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Seeing where Los Angeles is, they're one of the top teams because they just play the game the right way. That's what's been clear early on.
Longley passes to Fleming. Outside Russell. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The shot no good.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
He takes it in. Count it. Boomer's got 9 points now in the second half.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Pass to Fleming. Inside. Oh, the slam! Get up, Devin!
And Booker just dominates in such an effortless fashion. The game comes naturally to him.
You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring. But how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional, quote-unquote, point guard.
Russell to pass to Booker. This one for 3. Suns keep it alive. Second shot opportunity. Misses at the rim. The Lakers lead by 17. And that one's good. Connect's got 12.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Back to Booker. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 16.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
Luka Doncic is checked in for the Lakers. And the Suns also making a change. Dunn's checked in. A minute 39 left in the third quarter. Russell against Doncic. And the jumper is good at the free throw line. Doncic has got his second basket on the night.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Here's Booker. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Boomer. Soft touch off the glass. Boomer's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Here's Booker. Rebound, the Lakers. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 20-5 run. Here's Boomer. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Oh, they pick off the pass. And here's the fast break. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Pass to Fleming. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Doncic. Outside, Williams. Here's Bridges. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Bridges has got 5 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Longley. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Los Angeles delivering the blowout. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a...
minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 for 11 here in the fourth quarter. We've got Miles Turner. Najee Marshall is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Wilson in at the 4. That's the Laker 5. Releases. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Boomer's got 30.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Pass to Fleming. Now Booker. 5 to shoot. Pure from three-point range. Booker's got 10 points in just the second half.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
Here's Boomer. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Russell against Doncic. Russell into the lane. Pass to Fleming. The 3, Barrett. The shot off that time.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
There's the drive. Oh, nice shot by Boomer.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
For 3, Booker. Sinks the tray. Booker's got 8 here in this quarter.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Boomer.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
Russell against Doncic. And Turner with the block.
A ferocious shot blocker. Turner provides a sense of security to the rest of his teammates.
And that one drops. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issues. And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Pulls up on the wing. Again, the Suns good for 2.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Now here's Russell. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you next time.
That's what I'm talking about. Another day, another win. Good work.
gave us popcorn for a meal. You could have given me more than that.
Time to warm up. Get ready to rock.
Let's get after it, MP.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Jaime Jaquez. Green is out there with Thompson. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in its center. And for the Lakers, Williams is out there with Portis. Then it's Connect. Then it's Bridges, and it's Boone in at the point guard. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Here we go. It'll be the Heat off the tip. Here's Thompson. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto.
Get the perimeter.
Launches a 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Here's Boone. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Boomer's got the first points up on the board for Los Angeles. And so Green will bring it up for Miami. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot. But he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Well, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
And it's Connect in the corner. Williams has a screen for Connect. Here's Boone. Hits it from three-point range. Boomer's got 5 points so far.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Miami. Bounce pass from Bridges. Here's Connect. Great D that time from Green.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Thompson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
The tray, and it's Connect. That time on the assist by Portis.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside, Green. The screen from Thompson. Inside. Rebound the Lakers. They are tearing through the league right now with 15 wins in a row.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Turner's checked in for Williams. Caleb Martin comes in for Bobby Portis. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Bridges. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Connect. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Wiggins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And, Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And, Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Wilson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Then for the Heat, Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Weber. And it's Johnson in for Thompson.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
Here is Boomer. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. Marshall gets the bucket.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 6-point game. Fires the 3. And it's Luka with the rebound.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Boomer. 3-pointer. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 14 points for Boomer.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Outside Hero. For the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, look for Miami. Ware's checked in, and it's Thompson in for Jaime Jaquez. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. The Lakers, number 1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. They've got Wiggins, Tyler Hero out there with Thompson. Then it's Terry, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against Phoenix was outstanding. He picked up 39 points, and he was dialed in with his shooting. Very few misses out there. He really worked hard in that game and put up some big numbers as a result. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut back down now to 4 on the bucket from Ware.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. Boomer gets the bucket.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
Pass to Ware. Now, Hero. Last time out, he had 13 points. Nailed from three-point land. Hero's got 8 points.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
Here's Bridges. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Hero from long range sinks the triple. Hero's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Heat.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Heat trail by 4. Puts up a three. It's not going to go for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 4. And we'll be back right after this.
Welcome, everybody. A fun-filled evening underway, and before we talk about the first half of this game, let's see those power rankings.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they're in that #1 spot for a reason, playing well as a team, making it look easy. Definitely the team to beat right now, guys.
Going to take a lot to knock them out that top spot. Until then, this is their league.
Moving right along now to the Miami Heat, they find themselves in a close contest at the half.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end, punched in the mouth, kicked in the teeth, but they're still standing. That says something.
Yeah, giving up so many easy buckets. How are they going to still win this game?
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Lakers leading by 4. Boomer out there with Connect. Then it's Williams. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Miami's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Just 5 to shoot. Hands it from downtown. Bridges has got his team on the board first here in the second half for Los Angeles. The Heat trail by 7. Green taking his time here. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Connect. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Thompson passes to Ware. From deep. Miami no good on that time either.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. The Heat trail by 11. Thompson outside. And he drives in. And again, unable to change momentum here. Bridges against Jaquez. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bridges has got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers. Jaquez outside. And here's Green outside. Drops in the tray.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. The Lakers making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. And now let's take a look at a breakdown of this season's best rebounding point guards. Lakers leading by 10. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And they double up Doncic. Pocket 6. Here's Connect. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Bridges against Thompson. Bobbed up there for Green, and Green slams it in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Adebayo passes to Ware. Here's Hackett. And a miss there on the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, D.A., is a two-way threat. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Lakers. Najee Marshall comes in for Connect. We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Terry. Adebayo with a screen on Bridges. Here's Terry. The shot will not fall. Bridges with some nice defense. Here is Boomer. He has 29. For 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Hero passes to Wiggins. Rebound by Marshall. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 13-5 run here. Lets it go with the 3. Boomer gets the bucket. Boomer's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, they keep going to him, and he keeps delivering.
Hero kicks to Terry. To the middle. And Hero the bucket on the assist by Johnson.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
The 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
With 2 seconds left, and it's sent back by Turner. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And stands out to you?
What I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Green is out there with Thompson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot. Here's Boone. Miami grabs the miss.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Adebayo with the ball. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Releases. Again, Los Angeles.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Los Angeles leading by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Boomer.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here is Boomer. Jaquez defending. Boomer gets the bucket.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Back to Thompson. Over Boone. Thompson misses. Here is Boomer. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Wins pay the bills, baby. Yo, can you give me a pair of the Chicago Warms?
We know MP came ready to play.
say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Performing our national anthem, that was Skylar Cole. And now we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a Monday night of basketball for you. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Wednesday, they're off to Washington to face off with the Wizards. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Here are the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. And it's Salon in at the 4 slot. And for the Lakers, Mikal Bridges is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Connect. Then it's Williams. And it's Boomer in at the 1. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, B.A., it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Tip-off goes to the Hornets. Here's Ball. From deep. Knocks down the triple.
The defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
Pass to Bridges. Portis outside. Here's Boomer. Sinks it from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Miller. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. And Salon gets it to go.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Boomer. Last time, 45 points for him. It's Bridges on the wing. He's guarded by Irving. Bridges misses.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Ball. 17 points in his last outing. Shot clock at 6. Miller left side. Over Connect. No good. Off the front rim. Here's Boomer. Portis outside. From downtown. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
And last time against this squad, they struggled to make free throws.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock them down at the same rate, and that hurt them.
Now here's Ball. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Here's Connect. Pass to Boomer. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Ball. Covington passes to Miller. Ball with it. Lays it up and banks it in. Ball's got 5.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you've got to match his. It gives the team, I think, a nice edge in being able to perform on a consistent basis.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Heat had a huge game. He scored 45 points, and what an offensive performance overall, turning in a new season high for him in points. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Bridges outside. Pass to Boomer. Jacks up a three. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Hornets trail by 3. Picked by Covington. The 3 from Ball. It's hauled in by Portis. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Boomer. Ball with the rebound. There's 38 seconds left in the opening quarter. Miller outside. Back to Ball. Pass to Irving. Launches it. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Boy, this team is on a heater right now. 16 wins in a row, and they've shown no signs of slowing down.
And it is very impressive, but it's also interesting. I mean, even sitting here at the broadcast table and the storyline this group has created has you just impressed and a little scratching your head because we expect drama and a certain amount of unpredictability with this crew. That's not gone away, but I tell you, this team seems to be minimizing or mitigating the volatility. They seem to be a lot more solid of late.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's Los Angeles leading by 3. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but the Lakers lead. Teams will make substitutions.
What are you doing, all right? Look at him.
Here's Ball. Williams is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Connect. And it's Boomer in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. Throws it up high. And stolen by Bridges. Now the Lakers moving it up. He pulls it. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
Now here's Smith, guarded closely. Ball left side. Pass to Miller. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Lakers. Bridges passes to Boomer. Williams on the wing. Here's Boomer, hounded by Ball. Here's Boomer, nails it from 3. And now a 6-point Laker lead.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
1:36 left to play in the second quarter. Smith finds Ball. Miller outside. Charlotte, no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 6. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And that was good. Boomer's got 5 points in the quarter.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Now Smith. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. To end the run. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You know, we all know about the flair and sizzle to LaMelo Ball's game. The highlight reel plays, all of that is great, but I also like the fact that he's got great length at the point guard position, which presents a lot of problems at both ends.
The Lakers making a switch here. Doncic checked in. And a change for the Hornets. Covington's checked in. Doncic passes to Boomer from behind the arc. And Los Angeles another 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half of this game. Pass to Salon. Back to Ball. And he lobs it up top.
Tell you what, he is a really special passer, LaMelo Ball. His ability to fit all kinds of passes into really small windows, phenomenal.
And here is Williams. Portis outside. Now here's Doncic. Puts up a 3. Covington grabs the board. Ball way outside. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Los Angeles finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
Yeah, taking a look at the Lakers, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Los Angeles Lakers.
They're passing on point, reading the defense and reacting. Kenny, I wish you'd react this fast when I asked you to pass the cinnamon rolls.
I'm just trying to watch out for them carbs for you, big fella. Just watching out those carbs.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And so in the game for the Hornets, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. And it's Irving in at the small forward. Ball finds Irving. Miller outside. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Portis. Los Angeles leading by 10. Pass to Boomer. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. There's the triple. Drills it from deep.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
And the jam by Covington.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. Pass to Williams. Here's Boomer. And he converts the layup. Boomer's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Hornets trail by 16. Ball outside. From the stripe. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Ball's got 11 points.
Never lacking for sizzle in his game. That was a sweet move from Ball right there.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Luka Doncic is checked in for Los Angeles. And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
When you think about everything he's done on the offensive end, he's more than deserving of this award. He put his team on his back when it came to putting points on the board.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. The three-pointer off the mark.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
And he's going for the lob. And the ball out of play. Lakers will have it. And a quick check of the 2K leaderboard. Here are the toughest defenses to score against. The Lakers, #1.
They've been able to consistently slow opponents, using every tool they have to shut them down.
Smith, he's checked in for Charlotte. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Now here's Doncic. 9 points in the game. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Luka, combination of finesse and bully ball in there that time.
Hornets trail by 16. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Miller can't get it to go.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Pass to Boomer. The three. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Ball passes to Smith. Back to Ball. 1:05 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Pass to connect. And here's Doncic. The three is up. And another three for the Lakers.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now Miller. Shoots over Bridges. Miller can't get it to go.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Oh, nice shot by Boomer.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
The three from Ball. Drops in the three. Ball's got 7 points for the quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's Los Angeles with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be right back after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Got this, MP.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. He buries it from three.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
We've got Miles Turner. Najee Marshall is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Wilson in at the three, the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Out to the right wing. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. The shot. Boomer can't get it to go.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Pass to Salah. Back to Irving. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Ball outside. 6 to shoot to halt the run. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Boy, making it look very easy. Ball has been unguardable tonight.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Boomer can't get it to go. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Lakers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
I tell you what, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Boomer.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Oh, boy. Looks like he was injured there.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Smith, he's checked in for LaMelo Ball. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Miller. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Here's Boomer. Three-pointer. Miller pulls it in. Pass to Salah. Smith outside. Now here's Covington. Turner covers, and that one's good. Covington.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Here's Boomer. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. So long, everybody.
That's what I'm talking about. MP got the job done tonight, as usual. These Hoosiers think they know ball, but you'll show them.
Hey, MP, it's your world. We just live in it.
The Pacers sporting a good look as they came through the tunnel earlier. We'll see if they look that good when they take their home court shortly. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Some extra minutes to fill as a pair of players are listed as inactive tonight due to injury.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Portis is out there with Miles Turner. That's Boomer. Then it's Bridges. And it's Connect in at shooting guard. And for Indiana, they've got Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Shannon in at the 3 spot. All right, Greg, here we are on the day before Thanksgiving, a very special time of the year. Any favorite Thanksgiving traditions or foods for you or your family?
Oh, Kevin, I'm a sweet potato pie lover. But I tell you, man, I love it all. I can't wait.
Here you go. And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. Halliburton with it. Pass to Shannon. Here's the 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Turner with it. It's the difficult fadeaway jumper.
Well, this is the versatility that Miles Turner brings to the table. A big man who can knock down shots from the mid-range.
To the paint. And Halliburton slams it in.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Shannon passes to Halliburton. Here's Shannon. Takes a 3. The rebound by Turner. First quarter, just over a minute played. Bridges outside. Here's Boone. And count it from 19 feet away.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Pass to McCain. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Siakam misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Connect. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Shannon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the line for him here. And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here is Boomer. Jacks up a 3. It's good from long range. Boomer's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Siakam. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. There's Siakam. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. Halliburton for 3. And the Pacers can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
Siakam back to Halliburton. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 5.
Halliburton, a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch-and-shoot situations. No hesitation.
Boomer, no good.
Listen, he's a confident player, but if you're going for that kind of finish, you better finish it.
Shannon passes to Siakam. From outside, off the mark. The Lakers trail. Here's Boone. Good on the triple.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Charlotte. Pass to Shannon. Here's McCain. Siakam outside. Here's Shannon. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Halliburton for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Turner's got 4 rebounds in this game. With the teardrop, and there's a nice layup. Inside by Bridges.
Well, Bridges has this floater in the bag of tricks, and you've got to be able to pull it out at the appropriate time.
Pass to McCain. Now, here's Siakam. Bangs home the trifecta.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
That bucket in no time at all. And that's 13 points for Boomer.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's Shannon. Siakam outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Boomer the pass to Bridges. Over Halliburton, and another basket for the Lakers.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning.
Up on them. Don't let them breathe, all right?
Right here. For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to the Warriors.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Connect. Bobby Portis out there with Bridges. And it's Boomer. And it's Turner in at the 5. And here's Halliburton after the 3-pointer from Boone. Down low. Here's Vucevic.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Hornets was tremendous. He had 42 points and was reliable as ever from distance. The stats he put up were amazing. He knew nobody could slow him down, and he went to work. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Here is Boomer. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Halliburton for three. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now connect with the shot. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Connects. Got 4 points now in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Lakers leading by 13. Here's Boone. Again, the Lakers.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Count it. Halliburton's got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. In the corner, it's Bridges. Pass to Portis. Here's Boone. Off target from three-point range. Halliburton outside. And here is Siakam. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this.
Hello, everybody. Let's start out with a look at the recently announced Players of the Week. The Eastern Conference winner, Jason Tatum.
Reminds me of the Swiss Army knife forward Jason Tatum. It's amazing how well developed a scorer he is at such a young age. What's even more amazing, his fans really get on him when he's not producing at the highest level. A little bit ungrateful, if you ask me.
And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Pacers.
They're getting cooked from long distance. Defensively, they have to do a better job of closing out.
Yeah, especially these days. It's not enough to protect the paint. Got to patrol the ARC as well.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
They've got Siakam, and it's Halliburton in the point guard. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Siakam's shot is off. Lakers leading by 13. Here is Boomer. Left side, Portis. For 3, Bridges. And the 3 ball is good. Bridges has got 10 points.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Halliburton It's rebounded by Portis. Los Angeles has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Philadelphia. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
Well, I think for Los Angeles, they're the best in class when it comes to putting a great product on the court. And we've seen that in the early going.
Here's Halliburton, and that one drops. He's got 11.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here is Boomer. 25 points in the game. Drills it from outside.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Now, here is Halliburton. D right on him. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Yeah, just one of those nights for Tyrese Halliburton. He's kept his foot on the accelerator, and he's putting it to the defense.
And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He is so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
And so it's Indiana with it after the miss from Boone. A floater. It's rebounded by Portis. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 13-4 run. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And this, now a list of guys who can shoot it as well as they can pass it. The point guards with the highest shooting percentage in the NBA. And you look at Boomer, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Luka Doncic doing just as much.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
You know, that intelligence is really their hallmark. Always taking the smart shot, never forcing it when it's not there. You know, that's how they're able to keep their percentages so high. That and the fact that they can flat out shoot it.
For Indiana, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Second free throw, no good. Lakers leading by 19 points. A minute 50 left in the third. Los Angeles with another miss. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Halliburton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Boomer. And he hits the jump shot. Boomer's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Here's McCain. Guarded by Doncic. McCain's shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Bridges outside. Here's Boone. Connects from three-point range. Boomer's got 33.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And here's Halliburton after the three-pointer from Boone. And it's Halliburton missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Doncic kicks to Boone. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. And that's now 35 points for Boomer.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's McCain. Still without a basket. Bird outside. Pass to McCain. Over Doncic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that... And... in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Williams. Luka Doncic out there with Boomer, and it's Wilson in at the small forward position.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here is Boomer. An easy 2 points on the layup. Boomer's got 37.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Wilson goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive. Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Here's Boone. No good from outside. Indiana's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Crossed up the D perfectly. Halliburton's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
Here's Boone. It's rebounded by Indiana. Vukcevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here is Boomer, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Boomer's got 39. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
The Lakers with the ball, following the three-point attempt by Pascal Siakam. Shoots. Siakam pulls it in. Pacers shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Boomer.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Here's McCain. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Here is Boomer. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Great win tonight, MP.
Good job, MP. I see.